Hey guys, happy Sunday with Satan. So, okay, that was strange. I don't know what that was about, but all right. So back to the demonization of basically everything in this entire world because, just because. So, oh, I have so much going through my head right now. It's just unbelievable, and I can't. Oh, I'll tell. Hold on. So. Anyways, now we were yesterday what we were talking about how the pagans would laugh, or no, not the pagans, the pagans, yeah, the pagans would laugh, and the Christians would, scream in horror because they're afraid of, these different deities and different entities and the satires and Pan. So we have more on Pan today, and sadly, this is where the Bible and the people that wrote the Bible, that's what I said, people that wrote the Bible. I don't want to repeat myself again. People that wrote the Bible, man wrote it, not God. It's so misconstrued, and it's ridiculous. And honestly, you know what's funny? If the Bible is so true, then why has it been translated into 704 languages since 2020? 1,551 languages and Bible portions or stories into 1,160 other languages. And partial Bible translations into languages of the English people can be traced back to the 7th century, including translations in Old Middle English. More than 100 complete translations into English have been written. Okay, so we have a lot of translations. The Islam religion is what I respect the most with the Torah. Or with the Quran, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I agree with that the most. It should not be changed because with change comes different words, different meanings, different contexts. So yeah, that's it. So it's just ridiculous. It is so stupid. I am like blown away by the people that are actually literally brainwashed by this religion, and it is just ridiculous. Yeah, God is not the good God. He is not the creator. So I mean, whatever you people want to believe. I mean, I am not going to, dogmatically think or be brainwashed by Christianity because, the Christians always have something to come back at you with. It's always an excuse of why they can do what they can do, but we can't do what we can do. So there's always that excuse. Well, manifestation is in fact magic. It truly is. I mean, ask any witch, any pagan, only, we have come into this new age, new age spirituality, which is stupid. And it is totally reconstructed. They're trying to reconstruct magic. Our magical systems that date back for, thousands and thousands of years before Christ, before the Bible. And they are trying to reconstruct what we've been using for years. Well, thousands of years, not me, because I'm, only about 500 years old. But these people just think that they're right. Everybody else is wrong. They'll accept some, whatever, they'll agree to disagree. And that's just ridiculous. I mean, it is seriously the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But it's just, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get being brainwashed. I don't personally would not want to worship a God that is that evil, especially, the supposed Jesus. Jesus only died for Adam and Eve. That's the only reason. They didn't die for you guys. He didn't die for me. He didn't die for anybody. So, I mean, so many people are mistaken, and it's so sad. Anyways, now from his, or far from his actual Arcadian woodlands, Pan became the devil, and as we shall see, his European adherents of the Middle Ages were accused of worshiping him in the depths of the countryside. Ah, what a perfect setting we're in right now. And in Europe, the horn god of the West, Cernunnos, lord of fertility and of the underworld, similar in appearance and characteristics of Pan, of course, was also assimilated to the devil, while the Norse Thor, dressed all in devilish red, drives a cart pulled by goats, very suggestive to the Christians. Now, St. Paul had no doubt that all pagan deities were actually demonic, writing to the Corinthians, do I mean that a sacrifice offered to an idol is actually, or is anything, or that an idol is anything? No, but the sacrifices of pagans are offered to demons, not to God, and I do not want you to be participants with demons. Okay, here's where this is good. This is people will deny this to no end, and this is truth. You cannot drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons too. You can't. You can't practice manifestation and worship God or Jesus and have, you're being so devout and, whole pious and, nobody's perfect. I understand that. I totally get that. But with that statement and with everything in the Bible backing me up, as a Christian, you cannot practice manifestation because, in all honesty, manifestation is a sugar-coated spiritual new age junk garbage to make money. Now, you cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. Well, I don't want a part of the Lord's table. I don't want to be anywhere near the Lord's table, nor do I want to be anywhere near this Jesus that didn't even really exist. We don't have any proof. We have no archaeological evidence. We have nothing scientific, nothing carbon-based. We can't date back anything to anywhere. It's true. It's sad. But on the other hand, whereas witchcraft and paganism can actually be archaeologically and, carbon dated back to, basically, before Christianity came and, destroyed everything. I mean, really think about it. How is it that, and then people are, so upset about people, oh, well, you can't pray in the schools now. I really thought about that last night about being able to pray in school and they can't now. I think this is a really good, it's retribution for, what they have done to pagans and heretics and the people that they have falsely accused, the Christians, that is, that have falsely accused people of worshiping the devil. So I think that's probably a little bit of karma coming back. So, I mean, to me personally, I don't care. Pray, do whatever you want. I don't care. Don't force it down my face or my throat. Now, tellingly, Paul adds a little nervously, of course, because he was nervous. Of course. Are we trying to arouse the Lord's jealousy? Are we stronger than he? Of course we are, because Jehovah or Yahweh is petty and weak. And my conclusion is that honestly, the God of Christians is a petty, weak, pagan God that actually got transformed into something bigger and had a very big, a supremacy ego, a supremacy type of thing going on. Okay. But yeah, I do honestly think that it's a weak, petty pagan God. Perhaps Paul know to be particularly wary of Pan. So he was very wary of Pan, scared, for he ruled over the countryside in the Paganas, which it gave its name to the pagans, to the hated pagans, obviously. All right, so, and his association with lusty, assertive goddesses could only blacken Pan further in Paul's eyes, if that were possible. Do you see the hatred that comes from these people that wrote the Bible? Does anybody even realize that and see that? I don't think so. All they look for is the Jesus's message, or the Jesus's message is love. That's what he preached. So if you're going to go follow Jesus, then you have to just totally get rid of it and disregard the Old Testament completely. You can't worship both. It's like worshiping Satan and the evil creator, and then it's like worshiping, a God of peace in the New Testament, which is, beyond me. But St. Paul is just a freaking idiot. Now, apart from the Menads, one of Pan's more distinguished female associates was Artemis, so uninjured, healing, and vigorous, who grants health and strength to others. So she was also known to be the worshippers of Ephesus in Turkey, under her Latin name of Diana, goddess Anna. So we have that. Now, where her monumental golden statue was covered in breasts to symbolic her succor for all. Yet she also had a dark and terrible aspect, being known in Sparta as Artemis, the butcher. Doesn't that take you back to Kathy Bates in American Horror Story? The butcher? Wow. Or Kali-like destroyer, whose wrath was akin to Yahweh's. One of her many animal incarnations was a she-bear, called by the Letic people Art, the mate of the great Arthur, whose totem animal was the bear. Now, the medieval king of the witches was known as a Robin, son of Art. So that's where we get the Robin Hood, those, mysteries, and yeah. That's where we get that with our traditions. Now, with their usual mixture of fear, superstition, and reluctant reverence, the Christians both denounced Artemis as a demon and canonized her as Saint Ursula from her Saxon name Ursel. So this is just proof that the Christians came in, they swooped in, and they gained power, and they realized that they were outnumbered, that their God was not the highest pious God, but it was of the pagans. So they came in and they totally destroyed everything that, paganism and, with Artemis and all of that, and Pan and all of it, and Thor, all of it. So it's all been totally misconstrued, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm just really frustrated that people think that they can practice, manifestation and stuff like that, and, still draw and reconstruct from our faiths of old. You can't do that. You can't do that. Manifestation is the end goal. So what is the end goal of a witch with a spell? That's manifestation. So, I mean, you guys that believe you're manifesting, Roxy Talks, I'm sorry, I love you, but you're completely 100% wrong. Sammy, you're completely 100% wrong. This Brittany girl that manifests you all the time on Twitter, you're 100% complete wrong. You're practicing witchcraft, you're practicing magic. You guys are teaching these people that it's okay when they're Christians, and it's setting them up for failure, and it's setting them up for debate. You guys weaponize these people. So when they are approached with, actual common sense and actual, archaeological evidence, there's always an excuse as to why it's okay for that person to particularly use manifestation techniques, which are in turn magic and witchcraft. So, I mean, these manifestation coaches, and you guys will hear about this in my book too, a lot of people are going to hate my book. I mean, a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm going to have to take out some acknowledgments because nobody's going to want to buy that. Well, I mean, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to want to buy it and read it, but I mean, it is in depth and it is not fluffy. But yeah, I mean, it's just all these, New Agers, they are really reconstructing magic, and they are trying to make people think that it's okay. If you're Christian, it's okay. No, go look on YouTube, look at the Bible. No, you're supposed to rely on God, on Jesus, not manifestation, not affirmations, and none of this stuff. It is old-fashioned magic. That's all there is to it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry whatsoever, because it's true. It's the truth. I have studied this my entire freaking life. And, people that want to come in and tell me, that have not studied paganism, it's in depth as, I have, or traditional witchcraft or magic or, even manifestation. And I did study manifestation, and it is in turn witchcraft and magic combined with a little bit of Christianity. So it makes way for a negative New Age spirituality that weaponizes their, literally, it's the pyramid. What is that pyramid thing called? The pyramid scheme. That's all it is. Number one gets richer at the top, and the bottom ones, they recruit more people, get more money. The person on top gets richer. Hence, what? Manifestation coaches. Put that to practice. Put them in the pyramid scheme and see what pops up. But yes, all these people are leading all these people for failure. And they're brainwashing them. I mean, if you can't get your mind, to think differently from your own faith, you're brainwashed. I mean, literally, I'm brainwashed in my faith. So, that was a total contradiction, but I'm a contradiction. I'm a walking contradiction. But it's still true. It's honest to God's truth, the God's truth. Manifestation is magic. How many witches on here will disagree with me? None. But it's just a really screwed up form. So, and usually it doesn't really play out and work out because they're not, exercising the powers and virtues that they should be. So why not just, convert to witchcraft and you really get into it and get what you want out of it? I mean, I don't get it. But anyways. All right, guys. That's my Sunday with Satan lesson. My sermon. That was ridiculous. Anyways, I love you guys. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Don't get sick. I love you guys with all my heart. All the way from Venus, always. I love this background. It's beautiful. This is the Arcadian woodlands, where Pan is said to roam So watch out for Pan, guys. So I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for all of your healing, because my head is feeling better now. So I really appreciate that. So, but it's down to a dull roar. But all right, guys, I love you all, and everybody have a wonderful Sunday with Satan.